Hello, Sagittarius. Welcome to your weekly reading for February 22nd to the 28th. We're doing the rest of the month. This is for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, and we're not going to jump right in. We're gonna take a stroll, okay? We're gonna stroll in because I want to officially welcome you to your new era. Yeah, I got cake. We got mozzarella sticks, whatever you want, okay? You're here. Take a look around. Get comfortable. This is it. You're here, okay? You made it through what I've been calling the Y2K of the 21st century. And unlike Y2K, which was a little underwhelming, this is the real deal. All right. You just went through the Great Reset last week. You're already adjusting to this old world crumbling. You're entering the new world with the rest of the collective. And yeah, you're still riding the wave of last week's eclipse, the Saturn-Neptune conjunction, 0 degrees on the world axis, the Aries point, the everything. We're here. Okay. So what does that mean? It means this week could feel a little new. It could feel like everything, everywhere, all at once. What's real? What's not real? As you know, Saturn, Neptune conjuncting can bring. But that's part of the reset, okay? It's the great shift, 3D to 4D. We talked about this, and it's just the beginning, right? So process. You're moving through this process, and if you feel that your consciousness has been expanding, if you feel that time has been speeding up, then you are right where you need to be. Okay, and I talk about that, all of that in my last live stream, which I'll leave at the end of this video. Everyone is waking up, hence the Great Awakening, as well as you leave your old structures and ways of thinking and patterns all behind, all in the past. You are on this trajectory. Things are changing, and you get to choose your new timeline. Okay, and this is like this week is so meaningful. This is going to be a week. It's a very karmic week. It's a week of change. It's a week of miracles. There's so much happening for you. But as I explained in your February forecast, your monthly forecast, there's going to be a little bit of turbulence. So remember to wax on, wax off, practice patience. You create your reality. Life is what you make it as long as you commit to the future you, the best version of yourself on your path to enlightenment in your new world. And almost every day this week, there's, you get a little goodie bag, okay? A little karmic reward. Now, I drop these forecasts a few days before the week begins. So if you're watching it before the week, you're moving into Sunday, February 22nd. Venus in Pisces, trine Jupiter in Cancer at 15 degrees. So this is, and I didn't include it last week because there was just so much happening, but you're going to feel this day before, day after. Sunday is the peak, right? The perfection. So this is really, really, really nice. It is the luckiest day of the month, okay? One of the best days of the year. You've got the two benefic planets, including your ruler, Jupiter, both exalted. Jupiter, who also rules Pisces too. Remember, y'all share Jupiter, is at his degree of exaltation, which we talked about last week, and trines this harmonious flow that you're going to feel are the nature of Jupiter. So you are going to feel this enormous surge of optimism. All right. Now, Jupiter in Cancer rules your 8th house, and then Pisces rules your 4th. So there's a lot of focus on home and family and your domestic sector, real estate. It looks like, the fact that Jupiter Cancer rules your 8th, which is like investments, it's shared resources. A lot of y'all may be buying property. You might be selling property. The 8th house is also royalties. It's joint bank accounts. It's also deepening relationships, with significant other, with business partner, with an investor. This is really, really nice. Remember, luckiest aspect of the month. There's a lot happening here, and it definitely involves money. Remember, Jupiter expands. So this alignment, yes, it's optimistic, it's auspicious, it's nirvanic. It fosters emotional growth, spiritual growth, and Jupiter expands. It's in your eighth house of wealth building. So there's something around this day that can increase your finances. There, you could get good news. That's luck. It's diplomacy. It's abundance. And it's also Venus and Pisces, right? So there's love, relationships, money. Venus is also money. So you have a lot of money activations, as well as creativity, creative projects, especially with, the fact that you do have Neptune and Aries in your fifth house of creativity is so nice. You're going to have it there for 14 years. So you really lucked out there too. Business is going to be a big thing for you around this time. And like I said, home and family, really, again, there's so much attention there. All right. But it is Jupiter trine Venus. So in these signs that are just so where you feel at one with everything, that's the vibe. It's very big hearted. You could pay it forward. It's also a great day to treat yourself. I would treat yourself. There's likely something here with like intimacy as well, like with your significant other. It can get really deep here with Jupiter and Cancer in your eighth. All right. So treat yourself, have a spa day, go get a massage, go get your haircut, get a bob. Venus is beauty. Have, one more M&M. Treat yourself. And then again, you got Jupiter and Cancer, Venus and Pisces, two water signs. Literally go have a bubble bath or go to the Blue Lagoon in Iceland. Remember, water heals. Two things about this aspect that makes it really special. A, we don't have this again until 2027. It's going to be in different signs. But Jupiter hasn't been in Cancer for 12 years. And so we have not had this aspect since right? Since 2014. So it is truly, truly rare. But what makes it even more rare is that the moon will be in Taurus. And the moon will be connecting with Jupiter and Venus. And the moon happens to be exalted in Taurus. And so what? We have a triple exaltation, this mini grand trine. And it's like, what is it? The chairs, the musical chairs? Because the moon is the ruler for Cancer, Jupiter is the ruler for Pisces, and Venus is the ruler for Taurus. We'll talk about it more in the second spread, the bonus spread, where we talk about the lunations, asteroids, planetoids. But if you are a cross watcher, if you watch for your rising or your moon, or for your husband, Gerard, it doesn't matter. Water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces will feel this the most. If you know your natal chart, if you have any planets 13 to 17 degrees in any of those signs, well, they're going to be aspected. You'll feel it the most. Now, same day, you've got Mars in Aquarius, sextile Chiron in Aries, 24 degrees. Listen, you remember that time when you told your mom there were monsters in your closet? So she locked you in there for about 3 days. And you haven't gone inside a closet since. This is the day. This is the day that you not only go into the closet, you do the Macarena. Okay? That's Mars sextile Chiron. All right? No pain, no gain. It's taking action that repairs, that heals. Mars giving you the courage to transform any old wounds, any past wounds into power. Yeah. This is when you rip off the Band-Aid, and you're going to love it. This is standing up for yourself, standing up for others. And there may be something here with family. There may be something here with, love and relationships, your children, siblings. There may be something here with the way that you communicate as well. But a lot of emphasis with communication for you. with the fact that Aquarius rules your third house, and Aquarius being humanity, right? The humanitarian, but also freedom. There's something here freeing you. Now, so use it. You're going to feel really great. Tuesday, actually not on the whiteboard, February 24th, we do have a first quarter moon in Gemini. All right. So we'll talk about that in the second spread. That, remember, Gemini rules your 7th house of relationships and partnerships and love and marriage and contracts. And there may be something here. You might make some decisions. But Thursday, February 26th, Mercury retrograde. Okay. In Pisces, 22 degrees. Now, this is kind of a big deal because it's pretty much all of March. All right. Mercury retrograde. Just letting you know, because Mercury's going to, go into shadows, so just prepare. Yeah. And all the Mercury retrogrades this year will be in water signs. So there's some depth. There's some depth here. Here's the thing. Mercury, as you know, doesn't do well in Pisces. Mercury's detriment here. So the planet of communication, logic, thinking, your clarity may be a little bit foggy. Okay? Things can be a little bit confusing with this retrograde period. Kind of like the very first episode of Game of Thrones. But this is Mercury retrograde with a stellium in Pisces. So there's a lot of energy in home and family for you. All right? This is, and the foundations of your life, real estate, all that 4th house energy. And Pisces is, very spiritual, the subconscious. But you just had Saturn conjunct Neptune, and they're still conjunct, right? And that brings that element of what's real, what's fantasy, I don't know. So there's a lot this month, starting from this point and next month, that just might not make sense, okay? You might have a little bit more clarity toward the end of March and beginning of April. It is a long retrograde. And you might even question reality. I mean, this is big time. This is big time. All right. You may question your faith, even self-belief. It is your 4th house. So there's going to be some confusing moments in the home sector. Parents, grandparents, children, a significant other, things like that. All right. So just keep that in mind. Even neighbors as well. Even ancestry. The 4th house is, it's your personal life. It's your private life. So there's also just you and your relationships. Okay. Within your domestic sector. But here's the benefit. This is a great time to delve into your subconscious, to meditate, to pay attention to your dreams, to know thyself, your intuition. It's going to be off the charts. Remember, this is Pisces energy. Yeah. And the great thing about this is that Pisces is mutable just like you. So really good at adapting to changes, making changes happen. This is you also proactively seeking the meaningful. So use this. Always use it. Mercury retrogrades for a reason. And this will get you through all the typical, retrograde delays and tech mishaps and miscommunication. But just know your emotions might be a little bit heightened. So let's not, don't go flipping over the fruit table. You're going to be fine. You're meant to re-examine things during Mercury retrograde. Review, revise, all the words, right? Especially with home and family. So a lot of y'all are going to possibly be thinking about moving back somewhere. Maybe you're going to see relatives from your past you haven't seen for a while. There's so much that may be happening here. Okay. And so keep that in mind. And the other thing is Saturn and Neptune. Yes, they're in Aries now. Official. They're not going back to Pisces. Okay. Remember, we're moving forward in this new era. So this is a blessing in disguise, this Mercury retrograde, because you get to wrap up this chapter of your life. Okay. It's sort of like a review for, the past 2 years for you. Saturn in your 4th was not easy. It was not easy for you. Because there were so many other things that were happening too, especially for the mutable signs. But yeah, this is closure. Okay. And then after this closure, just to give you a heads up, you will have a new moon in Pisces next month. All right. So there's something new as part of this new world that you're in. And yes, retrogrades do bring the past to you. Remember the rewords: reunion, reminisce, rekindle. And it can be, like I said, family members, former, significant others, lovers, bosses, to projects. It doesn't matter. There's got to be things coming, like circumstances from the past, projects that you were working on. But remember, it's mostly to fix things. Yeah, to fix things. Okay. And it's Pisces energy, so forgiveness, like forgive and forget, to surrender and make peace with the past. All right. Remember, you can't bring everything into this new world. Now, mutable signs, Gemini, Virgo, Pisces, and you will feel this the most. And if you have any combination of those 4 signs as part of your top 3, sun, moon, and rising, you're going to feel it even more. And if you have any planets 19 to 25 degrees in any of those signs, okay, especially Pisces, in your natal chart, well, then I truly wish you the best. You're going to do fine. Friday, February 27th, that's when we have the sun conjunct the North Node, 9 degrees, and Mars square Uranus at 27 degrees. So this entire month, well, in the past 2 years, but this month, the North Node has been giving you signs, okay? North Node has been aligning with, Mercury, Venus, and now the sun, which is your life purpose, but that's also the North Node. So this is amazing. This is a miraculous alignment where you may get some downloads. You may know your calling. You may hear your calling. You may feel it deep in your soul, especially, again, around home and family, your roots. And with Mercury retrograde, you might definitely be thinking of past events. Think about March 17th last year. There may be something there. All right, maybe something there that comes around. If you want, you can go all the way back to March 7th, 2007. All right, remember, everything is cyclical. It's a 19-year cycle. So think about what happened for you with home and family around that time, especially any breakthroughs that you had. Because back then we did have a triple conjunction with the sun, the North Node, and Uranus that was in Pisces. And the reason you may feel a little bit more, something may register a little bit more there is because Uranus is going to be very active this day too. And he's going to be very naughty because Mars, the God warrior, who's in the sign of the future, Aquarius, the most rebellious sign, Mars is about to West Side Story with Uranus, who is the agent of chaos, the great disruptor, Aquarius's ruler. So this is going to be a day. This is going to be a day you can have your fated breakthrough, your destined breakthrough, change, your spiritual revolution, a lot of energy around home and family, but there may be a little bit of a bear poking this day too. All right. It can be, Mars square Uranus is a little aggressive. So stay frosty, be cool. You're going to be fine. Mars square Uranus is the most challenging aspect of the month. And as I said in my last live stream, back up your data. Yeah. On an external drive. Why not? Right? Why not? Because here's the thing. You have Aquarius and Uranus, they both rule technology, as does Mercury. Mercury is the lower octave of Uranus, and he's retrograde, and we know that can cause some glitches. So why not? Why not? All right. Here's the thing. You've got Mars and Aquarius in your third. You also have Uranus and Taurus that would rule your 6th house. And so for you, Sagittarius, there may be something here more with work, with colleagues, and still a lot of family energy. All right. Maybe not seeing eye to eye, or there could be something unexpected. That's what Uranus does. But I would also pay attention to your health. There may be something here. And the reason I say that is because you've got, there may be a bit of a jolt. You have Aquarius ruling your third, right? That's Gemini's home. And then you also have Taurus ruling your sixth. That's Virgo's home. And those are the two signs that are ruled by Mercury. And they rule the nervous system. I'd also pay attention to what you eat that day, because Uranus and Taurus rules food. It's in your sixth house, which rules the digestive system. So just be mindful. There may be the fact that, Uranus and Taurus in your sixth is healthcare in general. It's health in general and self-improvement. There may be some health matters, and Gemini rules a hand. So just be very mindful, okay, around this time, because Mars is really fired up, and Uranus does bring the unexpected and the unpredictable. You're also acclimated, and that's the other thing. Mercury is retrograde, yeah, and so a lot of confusing moments. And anyway, what was I going to say? Oh, and at this point, Saturn, yeah, it's conjunct Neptune still, but they're at 1 degree now. All right. And so that's initiation. There's some movement here. They're in Aries. And so there's movement here in your fifth house of love, of joy, of pleasure, of romance, of, true love. Family, children. It really is a big theme for you this entire week. Yeah. Sex and procreation. That is the fifth house. And there's just like, you're setting boundaries. It's also recreation. Yeah. Hobbies. It's a fun house. And so it looks like you're about to kick things off in this area of your life, or a new phase in this area of your life. And Saturn natively rules your second. So it looks like there may be some money involved for real for y'all this week. Okay. The second house is finances. It's your earning potential, but also it's material possessions. It's things that you value as well. The last thing I'm going to tell you is that over the weekend, we will have the moon in Leo. And in theory, this is really fun. The moon in Leo, you tap into your inner child, a lot of laughter and games. Here's the thing. Saturday, the moon will be opposite Pluto. And so in Aquarius. And then on Sunday, we will have a T-square with the moon in Leo and Uranus and Taurus. That's squaring Mars in Aquarius. And so just be very mindful. We'll talk about it in the second spread, the bonus spread. But for you, travel, okay? There may be something here. It's, where if you're going on a trip, it could be a short trip, it could be a long trip. You may, let's say it's a road trip. You may not see eye to eye on, who's playing the music. There could be just a little bit of, we need to talk. We need to, be cool, right? The other thing is, there may be something here with like education, learning. There could be like, if you're taking online courses or even teaching, there may be some computer glitches because Mercury's retrograde. But I would just be very mindful, channel this energy constructively. Mercury's retrograde, and that does often have delays. And that could be the other thing. You could have a delay because this is hitting your third and your ninth house. All right. And those are the two travel houses. Just be mindful that there's possibility there could be a delay, or there could be you not seeing eye to eye with your travel partner about something, or like a desk agent, a Delta, or do you know what I mean? Like things like that. But channel this energy creatively, constructively, use it to like surrender what no longer serves you well. All right. Because yes, the North Node is activated with the sun, but therefore the South Node in Virgo will be activated too. And so there's karmic release here. But that's kind of the big picture, because 4 days from now, all right, I think it's March 3rd, we will have the total lunar eclipse in Virgo. So this week is kind of a ramp to something truly ending, all right? Or having you may have a big turning point in your life when it comes to career, because Virgo rules your 10th house of career. If you're not here for career, it's just your reputation or whatever you want to be recognized for. The 10th house is also like honors and achievements. So keep that in mind. There's a lot of energy this week, and it will be the fixed signs: Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius that feel Mars square Uranus the most. If you have any planets 7 to 11 degrees in any of the fixed signs in your chart, you're going to feel it the most. It's going to be the water signs that feel the sun conjunct the North Node the most as well. All right. But everyone's going to feel all of this. Now, Saturday, February 28th, I actually really, really love this. All right. Mercury conjunct Venus in Pisces, 22 degrees. This for you, it feels like very like making up, like kiss and make up. It's very like heartfelt conversations you may have around this time. It's very moving. It's like love letters, dreamy. It's very artsy. It's very poetic. It is romantic too. It's like every storyline in Love Actually, and it's creative expression for sure. But remember, Mercury is retrograde, so it may be with someone from the past, or you may receive a message from someone from your past. Sagittarius, let's get started. Oh gosh, it got dark. Let me turn on this light, Sagittarius. I got this big construction light. There we go. Yeah, Sagittarius, let's get started. Let's see what's going on for you for a really big week, February 22nd to the 28th. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. All right, Sagittarius. And it's just so crazy when I look at what's happening. Other than you, like, I mean, there's so much mutable energy this week. It's really interesting. Well, all the Pisces energy, Moon in Virgo. You will have the Moon in Cancer. I think that's Thursday and Friday. That's great. That's your 8th house. You're just going through some changes, a lot of emotional changes as well. Anyway, Sagittarius, I do a traditional Celtic cross spread, offers the best overview, especially for a weekly reading. And if we need to pull clarifiers, yeah, we will. You know I got you, Sagittarius. Y'all are amazing. And this is definitely going to be an important week. All right, so yeah. Welcome to your new world. Don't. Big. This is big. Oh my gosh. Okay. Do you want to, wow. So, you're the Magician. Look at you go. As above, so below. And you're off. The Magician is, card 1, right? You're starting this brand new journey in this brand new world. This is amazing. You have all the elements, all the tools of tarot at your disposal. So it's up to you where you're going to put that energy. You have the wands, you have the swords, the pentacles, the cups. It can be relationships, money, wherever. You can have it all. So take that action. Take that inspired action. The Magician is an active card, okay? You see the hand of the sky, hand of the ground. Pay attention to the hand of the ground, okay? Hand of the sky. Your dreams, your visions, everything up there. You already know what they are. Bring it into your reality. Right? You're going to have you're going to be, I'm just very excited for you. I'm very excited for you. There's this new path that you are creating for yourself. Remember, you create your reality the same way the magician does. And you're good. You're good. Okay. Yeah, the moon and the heart of your spread. So let's talk about that. It seems like there is going to be a little bit of confusion. It's going to be a little bit of confusion, but don't doubt yourself. That's the biggest thing of all. You got to know what you want. The magician has confidence. Yeah. This is this brand new cycle, this brand new era, this brand new you. And then you have the moon in tarot attributed to Pisces. Okay. And remember, Pisces rules your fourth house of home and family. You have a lot of energy there. You have a a stellium. You have Venus, the sun, and Mercury in Pisces in your fourth. So there may be something around the home sector, yeah, that could be taking some energy away from the magician. You want to merge the energy. The moon, it's intuition, it's feelings, it's compassion, everything that very emotional, like I said this week. However, it does look like there's something. It's almost like this rite of passage for you. I mean, like, come on. There's something that you may experience this week that it may not be easy. It could be a little bit challenging. It could just be in your head. It could be the easiest thing, but it's because there's so much confusion this week, right? That there may be something up there, but it is part of your evolution. Okay. You see the dog and the wolf, by the way, that represents evolution, and it's the moon, so it's emotions. And you see the sea, emotions. So you have to trust your intuition this week. All right. And there may be something that does come up that you do have to face. But again, like I said, that's what this week is. All right. Especially with Mercury retrograde in Pisces, the subconscious, like really going deep. You're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to be good. Pay attention to your dreams for real with the moon in the heart of your spread. And again, don't doubt yourself at all. All right. You have that Four of Swords in your challenge area. So 2 things here. Actually, 3. There's 3 things coming. The first, okay. You may be coming out of something that you need to be very present for. Okay. Right there with the moon and the Four of Swords. So it could be your awakening. It could be something, this aha moment that you needed, this, wake up call that you needed, or something that just feels a little bit like urgent to you. All right. Secondly, this is showing that you may possibly have some sleepless nights. So take care of you, take care of your body. Remember what I said, your 3rd and your 6th are activated, yeah, with the Mars square Uranus. So Taurus is the body, Aquarius is the mind. I mean, but it's a lot of different things here. Aquarius rules your 3rd, the mind. So just be very mindful of getting the sleep that you need, taking care of yourself, drink a lot of water, watch some Love is Blind, whatever you need. Actually, the most important day would be Wednesday, February 25th, the season premiere of Survivor 50. I'll watch it with you. We'll watch it together. Anyway, the third thing that's happening is like there could be someone. You got the church bells. You hear that? I don't know if you can hear it with this mic, but you got the church bells. So that's a sign. The third thing is that there may be someone that is just not as present as you need them to be, and that's driving you crazy. You're like, because you also have the 5 of Pentacles in your crown. So you've got your mind on a lot of things. And the 5 of Pentacles, yes, it is a challenge card, but it's also a card where these 2 people are hyper focused on their plight, on, oh, this has happened to me. Does, do you know what I mean? Like, okay. Um, Look at them literally outside of church. I mean, he could just reach his hand. His hand would be on the wall. So there's a sanctuary right there. Okay. All the support inside that's where the party's at, is inside. But there is almost this refusal to go in. There's this comfort in feeling, I don't want help. I don't need it. But also at the same time, like I'm really absorbing these low frequency energies. So we don't want that. And it is a Five of Pentacles, so it may have to do with some finances. It could, the Five of Pentacles is, a sense of loss, but it's also feeling lost, like not feeling that you're supported. And that may be going through your head. It may also be a feeling where you feel like someone's holding you back. Maybe you feel like you're holding someone else back. Maybe there is a sense of, well, all this 12th house activity, right? Well, Pisces rules the 12th. And like I said, the subconscious, there could be a lot going on upstairs. The lower expression of the 12th would be isolation and withdrawal. Yeah. And so just know that you have a lot of support. Look at this. Even the pentacles, they're shaped as an anchor. So it's this anchor of hope. You have to seek it. All they have to do is look up. All right. And so it looks like there's going to be a lot on your mind. And it looks like there may be a little bit of a feeling of more, glass half empty. And you don't want that. Remember, you want to vibrate at a high frequency. And you have a lot to look forward to, right? You even have the 10 of Cups and the Redeemer spread. And there you go. There's that joy. There's that, happiness, that pleasure. There's the only rainbow in tarot indicating this promising future. You see the happy couple. They're basking in the beauty of everything. The happy kids dancing in this, just everything here is just so rapturous. And yeah. You have that feeling, but it just feels like there's this disconnect with, it's almost like with what's going on up here, with what's you feel in your soul, right? And so it seems like you are seeking something different. It seems like you do want something to change, okay? But have solutions if you have a lot in your mind, okay? Because, wow, the biggest solution of all is just going for it, okay? Just going for it. Taking that leap of faith, just like the fool who's standing at the edge of the cliff. No care at all, because he has so much faith in the universe. He has faith in his path. He has faith in himself. He's not even looking down, okay? So, and even the magician has that self-belief, right? You got to believe. If you're a magician, you got to believe in magic. The Fool, look at the full abundance of the sun, that optimism, opportunities, and growth. And there's so much innocence in this card. So I would take that leap of faith. All right. You got to trust your intuition. It is card 0. Yeah. But what comes before 0? Nothing. He's got that little satchel, right? You see it with his stick. He's only bringing the essentials as he moves forward, and he's not going back. So again, out with the old, in with the new. You're moving into this new era, and you've got to leave a lot of this behind, okay? And a lot of it's going to be up here. And so, yeah, it's what you want. Did you see your last week's reading? I just remembered. You had it last week, but look at where it was last week. It's like it's what you want. Let's get to your stuff. Oh my gosh. It's a big sign. That's a big sign. You're about to start this incredibly like brand new journey. It's you. It's what you want. All right, Sagittarius. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, hype. That's a new thing. And leave comments. Tell me what is going on. You've had so much family stuff for a few years, but remember, there's a new chapter starting there. It's already begun. You're in that process right now. Mm-hmm. And yeah, I know my voice is gone, but I'm looking to see if there's anything else. There's just some big changes, okay? And even over the weekend, there may be something that changes the way that you see something, especially with the Leo moon. All right, yeah. All right, let's see what's going on here. You're fine. You're good. You're gonna be good. But you see how significant this week is. Oh my gosh. Um, it's pretty big. You have the Three of Wands. Go for it. Go for it. Three of Wands. I call this the green light card. He's standing just like the Fool, standing on the edge of the cliff. He's standing at the edge of his village. All right? He's looking out into sea. And he wants to go explore. Right? And you see this card is all sky. What do we say? The sky's the limit. And 3 is a vibration of the Empress. Creation. Go create. Go discover things. That's you, Sagittarius, the adventurous type, right? And so I really love this. This is saying go for it, because there is also in everything that you explore, everything that you want to explore and seek, people that you want to meet, things that you want to do, there is this sense of self-discovery, okay? That's gratifying. And then you have the Hangman. Literally, I just said there may be something that makes you see something differently. And it seems like that's what you want. And it seems like that's what's going to happen. But it also seems like what I said earlier with the Four of Swords, yeah? That feels like there may be someone who is, you may have to have a conversation with. Someone who may feel like they're in limbo. Someone who may feel like a little bit stalled. Like they're just like, new world. Like, like they can't get their footing into all these changes that are happening. So a personal relationship with you. All right. But it does look like whether it's you or this other person who could be a family member, significant other. Remember, you have so much home and family energy. And the Hangman is actually attributed to the planet Neptune. And so Neptune being the ruler of Pisces, the modern ruler. But anyway, yeah, it just feels like someone needs to have their awakening too. But don't be afraid to take that leap of faith, because it's just going to change everything. It's going to change your perspective. It's, opening up all these possibilities, but also broadening your horizons. And there's this insatiable curiosity, like wanting to see things in a different way. You also have the King of Pentacles. And so that's great. There's a sense of like wanting to, be the protector, be the provider, and having the resources to do so. So again, money stuff. He is the richest king, and continue to move in that direction. You've got so much to look forward to. But remember what I said last week. Be willing to trust in the unknown. That is the biggest thing here. Yeah. Especially with a Fool. Okay. Be willing to trust in the unknown. And that's what's happening astrologically too. All this new world, right? You don't know. You just don't know. But trust in it. Trust in the universe. The universe is going to take care of you. You got the Knight of Wands in your final outcome. Speaking of that adventurous spirit, the Knight of Wands is you. All right? Attributed to Sagittarius. It's also double fire. Knights are fire. Wands are fire. Think of it as like fire in your belly, fire under your feet. Wands are the spirit of fire. Yeah. And your passions, going after your passions, going on this journey for your passions, feeling it, right? Feeling it in your blood. I love it. It looks like a lot of y'all are actually going to be traveling. And some of y'all are really just going to go for it. I would recommend it. I would recommend it. And a lot of it, maybe because of what's happening here with the moon in the heart of your spread, the 5 of Pentacles in your crown. I think that sometimes when you have an aspect like Mars square Uranus, remember, you be the change, right? You be the breakthrough. There it is. Okay? There it is. And it could be just very spontaneous. It could be extemporaneous. Yeah, I use that word. It could just be something, just taking that big risk, and it's worth it. Yeah. I love everything about this, but just this, try not to get like in your head too much. Have some release as well, right? Discharging energy, not letting it build up. And Mars square Uranus, Mars is physicality too. Okay, so really great time to, do some weed whacking or, karate. Go to a Clay Aiken concert. Do what you need to do. Just be physical with Mars square Uranus. You're good. You're actually fine. A lot of it is, if there's anything that gets in your way, it would be you. That's what this is saying. It's like there's something that needs to clear upstairs. But again, I get it. Mercury retrograde, Saturn conjunct Neptune. There's a lot of that, like what's going on. But you're good. I mean, this is really great. Sagittarius, thanks so much. Next week we do March. Yeah. And so everything is moving into, again, just prepare for the lunar eclipse. This is a total lunar eclipse. That's happening in your 10th house of career. And then you have Mars square Uranus in Taurus in your 6th. Remember, that's work. That's the workplace. Okay? So it looks like a lot of y'all may be changing things in career too. All right? But we'll talk about it in March. And then Mars actually moves into Pisces right at that time. So again, just a lot more energy in your 4th house of home and family. Anyway, we'll talk about it next week. And then the bonus spread, tier 3 members, really good and legendary members. We will talk about all these lunations. There's just a lot. And again, the moon is the other half of the sun. I mean, the moon is a rock, right? So it's reflecting anyway, you get it. And it's, you know where to find the link. Anyone's welcome to join. If you like this reading, it'd be great if you like, subscribe, share, hype, leave comments. Tell me what's happening though. This is big. You have Jupiter in Cancer, 8th. Remember, the 8th is transformation. All right. Thanks so much. I will see you next week. Bye-bye.